Guys, it's Ray again, welcome back to my channel, and today I have a video all about my new nose piercing. So I'm just gonna talk you through some things like my experience and healing time, just a little disclaimer as well. No way, shape or form am I a professional. I do have a few piercings along with my new nose piercing. I also have my helix pierced and I had my belly button pierced as well. So I do know a bit about piercings, but in no way am I a professional, so please don't take anything to heart. This is just my experience, my opinion, and you can do what you want with the information. So I'm just first going to talk about my experience with my nose piercing. My nose piercing is a week old today. I got it done last Friday afternoon, and I got it done in Glasgow at a piercing and tattoo place called Blancolo's. All of their piercings, except from genital piercings, I think are £10. So it's really reasonably priced. The shop is great. I mean, when you walk in, the first thing you smell is like alcohol wipes and whatnot. The shop is really hygienic. I got my ear done there and I didn't have a problem with my ear. If you want piercing videos on my helix piercing, I'd be more than happy to do them as well, since my helix piercing is fully healed, but this little guy, he's only a week old. My experience was, you go into the shop and they ask you to fill out a form. It'll just ask you for some things like what age you are, because if you're under 18 then obviously you need parents' permission. Medical concerns, so if you've got things like HIV or you've got blood thinning diseases, they'll ask you to put that down, but it's very simple. It's a very simple form. It's literally like ticky boxes, so a monkey could read it. And once you do that, they ask you to go to kind of a little waiting area at the back of the shop. I also have to say, the receptionist who was in the shop, she was the nicest and friendliest girl alive, so they're really nice there. But you go to the back of the shop, and I was with my boyfriend at the time, and we waited, and the piercer came out, and I went in. You're only allowed one person in the room at a time, which is funny because when I went to get my ear done, my mum was allowed to come in the room, but my boyfriend wasn't when I went to get my nose. So I went in, I got my nose pierced, but I sat down. She basically asked me where I wanted the piercing placement, and I asked her if I could get it as close to the front of the nose as possible, because I do have glasses and I was scared that if I got it anywhere up here it would bash against it. So she asked you where you want it, or she placed the dot on my nose for me. Then she asked me if I wanted a plain stud or a bejewelled stud, and obviously I'm going to get the jewel stud. She took an alcohol wipe and wiped the area, and literally after that she took the needle, put it through. Now I couldn't see what was going on because it was on my nose, but there was like a tube in my nose. She cut the two ends of the tube, got the jewellery, popped it through, done. I mean, it sounds painless enough. And that was it. She gave me a little sheet and it gave me some information on it, and I had to buy cleaning materials extra. They have a spray, which I will show later on in the video when I'm talking about how I clean my piercing. I bought a spray from the shop, which is a further £6. So really your piercing's £10, and if you buy a spray it's £6. So all in all, £16, not bad. So when I was talking about all they do is shove a needle through and that's that. Well, it's not so simple. A lot of you are probably wondering on pain threshold. I just want to say now, everybody's body is different and everybody will react differently to different pains. I watched a bunch of videos on here before I got any of my piercings done, and the belly button was one I found that everybody said it was a 3 out of 10 for pain, and I went and got it done and I thought it was a horrible pain. My pain experience for my nose piercing, I'd say it was probably a 3 out of 10. It really wasn't that painful. It was quite a hot, pressured feeling. It wasn't nippy, it was more sore, but it was a hot, pressured feeling. I'd say the worst thing out of that whole piercing experience was, because it's in your head area, I could feel all the blood rushing to my head and I felt really, really dizzy. So if you are prone to fainting, maybe it's a good idea to lie down, because I've never fainted in my life, but I could feel all the blood rushing to my head. It's not a very pleasant experience, but it does only last about 10 seconds, and then obviously when she puts the jewellery in, you'll get that feeling again. You might not. This is my experience, like I said at the start. Everybody might experience it differently. The pain was very manageable. It was the rush head feeling, which I didn't like. But other than that, it was fine. Pain, now that it's been healing, it's been absolutely fine. It hasn't been sore. I shouldn't be touching it at all, but it doesn't hurt to touch very much. I mean, there is a slight dull throbbing pain, but so far it's a week old. I've had no problems with it. It's been fantastic. We're going to go on to healing. I asked my piercer that this is kind of mixed information from watching videos on YouTube and asking my piercer. The videos on YouTube tend to say nose piercings take between 3 to 6 months to heal, and I asked my piercer and she said it'll take 3 months. So you can expect maybe 3 months to a couple of months after that. Again, completely depends on your body, how fast of a healer you are. I mean, you might heal with, you might take ages to heal, so you might take like 5 months, but it's safe assured, give it 3 months. Even if you think your piercing's fully healed, I'd still wait 3 months before changing it. That's another question I'm probably going to get as well. How long to wait before changing it? I give it 3 months again. Even if you don't think it's fully healed, I think 3 months is a safe marker. So cleaning, how I clean my nose piercing, I clean it 2 to 3 times a day, depending on, you know, how much I've got on that day and if I remember. I clean it once in the morning, kind of midday, and then once at night. During midday, I tend to literally all I do is I get lukewarm water and just splotch it around my nose to give it a little clean. I used to use sea salt water. I used to get my own sea salt, mix it up, but I have very sensitive skin. I have eczema, and I notice with my piercings, particularly my ear one, I used to break out in really bad skin rashes and eczema, so I just stay clear from sea salt solution. It's too harsh on my skin. For you, it might not be, but for me it is. So I just clean it with warm water, which gets rid of the dirt. In the morning and in the night, I clean it with this. This is the spray I was talking about. As you can see, it's dermatologist check, so it's good stuff. I just give it a spray twice in the morning on my nose and twice in my nose at night. So this is all I have. This is the spray I was talking about at the start as well, that's £6. If you do go into Blancolo's, they do have it kind of locked away in a little cabinet. If you just say to the receptionist, can I buy a bottle of the piercing spray, she'll know, or he'll know what you're talking about and he'll get it out. I don't know about other shops, but I'm pretty sure every piercing and tattoo shop will have sprays like this. I know in America they tend to have the H2 Ocean sprays, but we don't have that in Scotland. I do not clean the inside of my nose, it's just the outside you clean, because the inside, your body takes care of that. As long as you're blowing your nose on a regular basis and getting all that nasty, yucky gunk out inside, that's fine, but your body will take care of cleaning the inside. So things to avoid when you have a nose piercing when it's healing, I'd say if you have any pets, I know I'm prone to this, going down to your pet and cuddling it. Don't do that. Don't let your nose touch your dog. Don't let your nose anywhere near your dog. Don't pet your dog and then touch your nose without washing your hands. Just avoid putting your face near animals when your nose piercing is healing. Never touch your nose piercing unless your hands are clean, because you don't want to be spreading bacteria. Do not wash your face with a face cloth, because it's so easy to just, you know, get your face cloth to catch in a nose piercing, and then you'll take it away and you'll yank it out like I did as well. Also, if you wear glasses, try and remember you're wearing glasses so that when you take them off, to lift them off your nose rather than drag them down your nose and capturing your nose piercing. Again, for girls as well, I'd avoid makeup. Now this is going to be a hard one for some people to swallow. I'd avoid wearing foundation for 2 weeks. I'm not wearing any foundation right now, you've probably already noticed, but I'd avoid wearing foundation for up to 2 weeks. You know, you don't want to be getting a new piercing and then clogging it with foundation, but you can't miss out your nose completely because that would look crazy. So give it 2 weeks so it can breathe properly and everything. Also, another one, if you swim, I asked the piercer, so this is actually piercing regulated. This is good information because I asked my piercer, how long can I wait before I go swimming after getting my nose pierced? And she said 2 weeks, as long as your head isn't submerged underwater for any length of time, and as long as if you have a spray or something like this after you've been swimming, to spray it. So if you're going, you know, for just a casual swim, that should be fine as long as you're not dunking underwater too much, as long as you bring this guy. So 2 weeks is fine. So that's everything. If I've missed anything out and you want to know any information, you can go down below. But before I end the video, I'll let you see my piercing. And here is my nose piercing right here. It's just in the side of my nose. As you can see, it's not hitting off my glasses, it's fine. Just a little bejeweled stud, and it's healing quite nicely. So that is my nose piercing. That's everything on my piercing. Like I said, if I've missed anything out, just comment down below and I will try and answer your questions. I'm not a professional piercer, but I do know a little bit about piercings. If you want me to do any more videos on my nose piercing, like how it's healing, or if you want an in-depth of how I clean my ear piercing or my nose piercing, or if you want a video on my experience with my nose piercing or questions on it, then I'm more than happy to do that. I love piercings. But thanks for watching, guys, and I'll talk to you again sometime soon. Bye!